Welcome! My name is Debbie and this is Pouring My Art Out for the Lord. And I'm working on another design team project for the Junk Journal Studio today. And I'm still working with the Botanical Collage and Cluster Mega Pack, the base kit, which is green and neutral, and the yellow add-on kit. So this one is 40 some pages, this is 30 some pages. There's so much in these kits. And I'm also working with some freebies that the Junk Journal Studio has provided. So these 2 pages, there's 6 pages of freebies, and I'll put a link in my description for those. But this is what we're going to make. It's a double under the page pocket. A lot of times we have over the page pockets. This is going to be under the page pocket. So if you have your journal here, you're going to put it under the page here, and there's one side and there's the other side. And you can glue it on like completely, or you can glue it on 3 sides and then have kind of a double pocket, or you could even do, you know, a side pocket, and then it's also got a pocket there. So they're really quick and easy to make. I'll show you how to make them in a second here. So we have, like I said, there's a pocket there, and just decorated that up, and there's a pocket on the other side. And then I just made 2 journal cards. These is using the freebie papers decorated with the kit images. So I just made 2 tags to fit in there. So let me show you how to make that. So I got a bit of a mess here already. I'm actually thinking about, I'm making a lot of ephemera with this kit. This is my bucket of ephemera so far. I made a ton of these. I love those. And these specimen pouches. I did 2 different paper clips. So I did these sideways banner paper clips. And I did these, some people are commenting that these kind of look like mason jars. And some of them have a little dangle on them. So I thought I would maybe offer a little package of these for sale if anyone is interested. So this is my 5th piece of ephemera. So perhaps I would do 1 of each, 5 pieces of ephemera for maybe $10 and plus shipping, and I'll just put a little package together. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know, and I'll put those together and stick them in my coffee shop. So to make this one, I just have a couple of dictionary pages here that I coffee dyed. You can really use any size paper. I had made this before this project. I was just kind of going through some of my old projects, but I don't think I ever made a video on it. And this is my the one that I had made before. So it's if you see here, it's a lot wider at the bottom, and then similar, I mean, you know, it's the same pocket, but I used a Bible page, and I used 2 Bible pages, actually 4 altogether, whereas I'm only using 2 dictionary pages and folding them up and making a smaller version of the pocket. So it's kind of adaptable that way. So I'm just folding this in half lengthwise, and I'm going to do the same with this one. And I just used my cotton ball method for these, for dyeing these pages, because I didn't want to get out all of my coffee dyeing stuff just for a couple of pages here. So then I'm going to take one of my pages here, and I'm going to take on the folded side, I'm going to put my finger where these 2 are open, and I'm going to put the folded side all the way over to the edge. So line that up on the edge like that. So just fold it and line up these 2 edges. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. It's easier for me to, well, no, it's not. I'll just do it this way. and just something like that. And then what I'm going to do, this one, the original one, wherever I put that. Oh, I got so much stuff on my desk. The original one, I actually met at a point, and then I left here, but this was a different shape, so I'm going to do a different kind of pocket. So, like I said, you can do this various different ways. And then what you do is you just line up the fold on this one to the fold on this one, center it on here, and then you stitch it together, and this is going to be the base of your pocket. If you don't want to stitch it, you can glue along here and under there. So under that edge and under this edge, and then you'd have to glue a little bit of the bits and pieces if you folded it together. That's why I think stitching is a little bit easier. So this one I just did exactly the same thing, and I stitched here, then I put this on top, and I just stitched all the way around. And then you just have all of your pieces are, you know, completely together, and you don't have to glue all the different layers and stuff like that. So then you just leave this open because this is going to go under your page, and then we just simply decorate. So I just grabbed a couple of interesting things here to decorate with. There's a bunch of labels, of course. The Junk Journal Studio is famous for their beautiful labels. So there's lots of labels and like kind of background pieces of ephemera, and lots of fussy cuts. There's butterflies, birds, flowers. It's a botanical kit, so it's botanical and you know, the butterflies and that sort of thing. So this one I'm just going to do really simply and just do that. And then on the other side I have a couple of pieces here. So let me just see what I want to do to arrange that. Okay, so I'm just gonna my flower works better on that side because it's taller. Just layer that up like that, a little higher even. And then do I want my stamp underneath or on top? I think I'm going to put it underneath. There's stamps, there's labels, there's just so many different bits and pieces in this kit. And she usually makes her kits in different sizes, so there's different sizes of all the different fussy cuts and stuff. So there is, didn't glue this very good on the edges, but I will take time to make sure that is good after. So there's my under the page pocket again. So it looks like that on one side of your journal and this on the other side. And then on the other one too, I put just a little bit of a label or something at the top, just because when you take your tag out, or your journal card, then you will have something pretty to look at underneath. It's hot here today. I think my brain is shutting down a little bit. So there's that side. Let's see what else we can have for this side. I just love these little octagonal pieces. Initially I wasn't sure kind of how to use them because they're a little different, but I just, you know, kind of seem to have figured out a way to make them work, and I just love them. So there's one side, there's the other side, and then I'll just show you what it looks like with these journal cards that are completely done. And this is, by itself, it's quite flexible. I love that crinkle sound. With the journal cards in, it gets quite stiff. So that's what it looks like with the journal cards in there. I could reverse that so I have a butterfly and a flower on this side and a butterfly and flower on this side, like that. So for the journal cards, I just cut out from the freebie pages. I just measured this across from here and subtracted a little bit so it would fit in there nicely. So this was 3 inches, a little bit over 3 inches. And so I made this 2 3/4, and I just cut my paper in half. So it was 4 1/4 high. So 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. I cut a piece out of this freebie page and this freebie page and glued them together. And just used a glue stick, and then I rounded the corners. On the other ones I stitched, which I will do on these afterwards as well. And then I thought I would make little collages on these guys as well. Can't remember what I was going to do here. Something like that, maybe. These pieces, they just all coordinate and they just all go together so well that it's, I don't know. If you've ever had a problem with collaging or making tags or that sort of thing with the decorating, get one of these kits, because you'll just find that all of a sudden your creative skills just went up 100-fold, just because everything just looks beautiful together. So there's a one side, or one tag rather. And then this one I actually cut this large tag in half and used half of it on the other journal card for the other pocket. I'm just doing this because there's this is really busy background, so I wanted this to show up a little bit better. Plus it looks nice with a little bit of a tag at the bottom or behind as well. And then put that there, and I could do that there or there. I think I'll do it there. Lots of labels have botanical words on them. And the Junk Journal Studio uses almost exclusively, I think, vintage ephemera. Like all of these cards and stuff, this is all like vintage ephemera that she scours the internet and finds all these illustrations and then, you know, cleans them up and makes them into all of these different things. So they're just really, they're vintage, but they're unique at the same time. And then I'm going to use my whale tail punch just to make a couple of tabs for these. A bit of an ink. And glue these on top. So if you're interested in one of my ephemera bundles and you like the whale tail tabs but don't have any or have the punch, let me know and I can throw a little pile of those in with your ephemera as well. Because I know it's kind of in demand and it is a really nice punch. I bought mine from Stampin' Up! Years ago when it first came out. So there's one. And I will also sew around these ones. I'll just do that a little later off camera. But I'll glue them on now. doesn't show up. Actually, it's probably just my ink pad is needing to be rejuvenated. So there are the 2 journaling cards. And here's the pocket that we just made. So like I said, I will stitch around those, but then those will live in there. And then we'll just put it over under your page like that. And again, you can glue it on 3 sides and use this as a tuck. You can glue it on those 2 sides and have this as a tuck, or you can just glue the whole thing down and have just the one pocket on each side. So really cute little piece of ephemera, really easy to make. So I'll link below the kits that I used here from the Junk Journal Studio. I'll link the freebies below, and I'll link my coffee shop in case you're interested in picking up one of the ephemera bundles when I'm finished those. Leave me a comment if you're interested, and I don't have them up in the shop yet. And that's it for today. Blessings. See you in the next video.